Today we're working on an Ariens model ST824 24-inch snowblower. This unit was manufactured back in 1985, and we are replacing these little skid runners down on the bottom. You can see that the one that's currently on there is pretty well rusted and nearly falling off. On the other side, it is falling off, so we're going to replace both of these on each side. It's not too challenging. If you look on the bottom here, we've just got a couple of bolts and a little bit of hardware on there. This is the exterior area. On the inside, if you look in there, down below, it's a little tough to see down there, but down in that area, we have the bolt heads that are recessed inside of there, so they're away from the auger. So there's nothing much to do on there, nothing to grip. It's literally just removing the bolts, the nuts, the hardware, all from the exterior here. Shouldn't be that hard, but these things have been on here for 40 years because it's 2025, and we've sprayed them up with a lot of rust removing solvents, so hopefully they're going to loosen up pretty easily, but we might even have to cut them off. I'm not really sure. And then we have our new skid runner down here. We've got a bag of hardware that came with it. Okay, so we've got a 9/16" socket. We are going to try and get this to break off of here. And when I say break, I mean loosen up. It is turning. Let's try this other side. It is turning. So that's good. Oop, that one just broke off. So now we got it stuck inside of our socket. This does happen. Yeah, no matter how much WD-40 or whatever rust removing stuff you put on here, when these bolts have been around for 40 years, it's really tough to get them loose when they've been on here so long. Okay, well, I think it broke or it came off. I'm not sure which. We're stuck here because the bolt we have right here at the front is not coming off. It's rusted on there, so we're going to try and cut it off. Not the funnest job, but here we go. Using our Sawzall, we were able to remove this bolt. The other one already came off. Here's the other one that we're putting on. The size of your holes and the carriage bolts and the hardware may vary, so they gave you a whole pack of this stuff from Amazon where we ordered it. So let's just place this one through here too. All right, and then we're gonna place this on here. Put our washer on. It's a little tricky. Okay. Not easy to do sitting down. Use your finger inside there, hold it down a little bit, and then attach the bolt. Got the washer on. And now we're just trying to get this nut to turn on. There we go. Got that started. Just gonna hand tighten that real quick. Hold it in place. And now we'll try and get the other one in the back there. So we need a washer and a nut. This will be a little easier if you can hold it from the front. Get that in place. Put your nut on there. Wind that on. Again, we're just hand tightening these just to pull that other carriage bolt into place. Okay, there it is. You can feel its seat, so you know it's firm against the shoe. Now we're going to just adjust that up a little bit. This is the depth you want it to go, right? You can set that. We just have it so it's a little bit below. You can just tap this a little to adjust it. Like so. It's 11/16. Okay, and this is going to work. All right, so our 11/16 inch socket, I'm sure it's probably, who knows, maybe like a 16 millimeter. But we are just going to lock this down. Pull that in and secure it. Do the same for the one in the back. And there you have it. We have our new skid shoe placed on here. We can adjust this up or down as we need to. We're going to maybe set this down real quick. Once we get this old piece out of the way. Let's set that down. You can see now it's got the auger area is elevated above the ground, so it won't dig into either your concrete or your snow or your gravel. That's located right at the soil surface. Just gives you that little bit of a buffer zone, maybe about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch above the surface to keep your auger from digging in and throwing stones or causing any kind of damage or catching a lip on the concrete. So that's it. That's one side. We'll do the other and we'll be all finished. All right, so here's the other skid shoe. We'll put this on the opposite side. First, we may have to cut off the bolts like we did on here, and then we'll get it lined up and evened up, and we'll be all set. Now we have to remove the bolts on this side of the auger area. And we're going to grab this big old breaking bar and get started on that. Okay, that one snapped off right away. Let's see if we can pound that one out. And our cleat is somewhat disintegrated. There we go. That's the best thing. That one popped off. And we're just going to tap on these broken bolts with our hammer. Let's see if I can show you that a little better. 1, 2. Knocked them both clear out. Super easy, right? Yeah, that's what we wanted. It's a little easier for an old man like me to elevate the snowblower a wee bit. That's much, much easier for me to place this cleat on here. Don't have to be too precise with it for this moment. Slip that on. Just going to turn this and tighten it up a bit. Just to hand tighten this again. Same thing here. Put this bolt in the back. Got it in there. Just needs a small little turn to seat in here. Okay, you'll feel it when it's in firmly. There we go. Again, washer and the nut. Okay. Again, get it to the height you want it. You want these to be even on both sides, so you want to make it pretty close to where it was on the other side as well. This is much easier when the bolts come out, whether they break off or you cut them off. It's a lot easier if you don't have to cut them. And there we go. You can see there's the cleat installed on that side. And we move all the way over to this side. Here's our other cleat installed on this side. You know, height-wise, they're pretty even, I would say. We have maybe about a 3/4 inch gap on that side, and about the same. Our slab's maybe not perfectly level, so we can adjust this if we need to. But there you go. You have your cleats installed, and we're all finished with the job. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more DIY videos.